Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today I just feel like doing kind of an organizing project. I have this book and I haven't updated it in a long time, but it's basically like I used to keep a sample of all my washies in here, sample of all my spray mist. Whenever I got a new punch or a die, I would punch them out so I would be able to, like when I go to crops or want to go for crops, I could pull this book out and be able to see like what texture folders I've had, things like that. So it's a work in progress, and so I have not updated it in a very long time for my shimmers and things like that. So right here there's 4 times 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 here. And I have way more than 22 now. I now have like this many. So these here have been documented in my book along with my smooches and these here. So everything from here to here is documented. All of these Glimmer Mists and all of these Shimmerz and all of these Heidi Swap that I have here have not been entered in the book. So I thought today I would just go ahead and start by punching out a few and starting to color swatch some of them. I probably won't do all of it on camera, but I just wanted to show you if you're thinking about wanting to catalog your supplies, if you're starting to get a larger inventory. I know some people do like the swatches on a ring. I don't do that because I don't have a good location to store the rings. So for me, this works pretty good. Sorry, I had to hit pause. I was getting an update on football. So anyways, I am not in a very productive state today. I did get my flu shot and my COVID vaccination, so I have been in recovery mode all day yesterday and today and feeling better, but you know, it's a short-lived thing. But I just wanted to play but not do anything strenuous. So this is what I'm gonna do. So if this isn't something that, you know, interests you, then, you know, I get it. This is just, for me, one of those organizing things. I don't normally film. I normally would be just doing this off camera. And like I said, I only have so much space on my desk and so what I'll probably end up doing is doing a small batch of them so you can see what I'm doing, and then let them dry and then come back, because what I have to do is I leave the bottle with the swatch so that I can go back and write the name of them later on here. Another person who does the swatching, if you're interested in like doing the jump rings, She's Crafty YouTube channel. She does that as well. And I'm just using paper that's in my scrap bin. So just have a bunch of the holes out. And we're just gonna go from there. Now what I did in the past, and I may still do it, I have a box that I do my painting from, because I don't want to mess up my desk too terrible bad. So let me see if I can grab my paint box out. It is on a shelf under my desk. It's in one of those locations that, you know, you don't get it out a whole lot, but it's handy when you do get it out. And it's just an Echo Park pizza box, but it will contain some of the mess while I'm doing it. Actually, I only want one at a time, so let me go ahead and throw these here. And hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'll try and put it to here. Okay, so the first one I am going to sample is going to be the Heidi Swapp Color Shine. This is Peacock, and this would have been a little set that I got at Tuesday morning. Came with 4 of them, and the reason I bought it is because, actually it came with maybe 5. The reason I got it, it had a gold, and that was when they were just discontinuing the gold Color Shine, so I grabbed that little kit. So I have like 3 bottles and then a little mini bottle. So that's my Heidi Swapp stash. So basically I just go in and I do a spray of it and let it kind of curl up and dry. And that way, and it will, I know it's curling up right now, but when it dries, it will flatten out because I'm going to glue it to the inside of my onto another piece of cardstock that goes in my book, and again it will be labeled. So I just put it to the side here right next to the bottle so I know that that is Peacock when it dries. And it just gives you an idea of when you're looking at the bottle, like what's sprayed and what's in the bottle label is totally different. So this just gives you an idea of what the color is going to look like before you put it on your project. And I may do what Shannon, which she's crafty, does, which is to also splatter it too. And you just want to stir it up so the pigment is stirred up. And then just give it a good squirt. And then let her dry. And this stuff dries pretty quick. I mean, you can already see this is starting to dry, but on the back side it's still wet because this is not treated cardstock. And so I got 2 more of the little bottles. So this one here, so that one that I just did was called Butter, and this one is called Hot Pink. And I shake it till I can hear the ball rattling good in the side of it. And you just want that pigment to mix with the lacquer or whatever the base is that they use in the color shines. There's Hot Pink. It's definitely hot. And the next one is another neon kind of color. This one is Citron. I'm kind of sad. I had used to be able to get a lot of Glimmer Mist and stuff from Tuesday morning, and the last few times I've gone there, they really haven't had a whole lot, but that's how I had increased my supply a lot, was by going and getting stuff from like Tuesday morning. Now I've been doing Shimmerz. I've been doing their monthly kit that they put out, so color kit. So I've been increasing my Shimmerz a little bit, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this project too, just so I have an idea and I try and pull them out. So again, this one's Citron. It's a really bright green. Okay, so that's all the little ones. And this is another Hot Pink, so I won't have to go out and swatch this since I have it in the little bottle. And this one is Sweet Mint. So I have 1 more of the color shines to put on. I know some people do really good about using all their mixed media and stuff, and I need to get better at it. I think my problem is that I just hate having them sit around waiting for everything to dry. I don't know how you guys are. Leave a comment below. Do you use splatters and mixed media, or are you basically a traditional straight up scrapbooker with no mixed media and things on it? Kind of do both. All right, that sounds pretty mixed up. And again, this one is Sweet Mint. That's a pretty color. All right, and the last one is going to be Black Velvet. And you might wonder why I would be swatching black, but even black, there's different shades of black. And so having an idea of what your black is going to look like is helpful. Okay. What's funny is I think some of these, the nozzles look like they haven't even been sprayed because I do more of the splattering versus the spraying. And this is kind of more of a matte black, but it's got a glimmer to it. It's kind of cool. And like I said, they're curling right now, but even these, as they've been drying, they're flattening out. And then once they're glued into the book, they'll be fine. That up there. So that's it for the color shines. So now the next one I was going to swatch is all the Glimmer Mist. And for these I usually look at the bottom and just to make sure that all the pigment that's accumulated at the bottom is mixed in. I don't know what they used for their base. It's water-based, acid-free. So it's actually a water base. So it probably has the pigment and the colorings in it. And then once it dries, it leaves behind the pigment and the glitter. All right. Okay, come on, squirt. All right, this doesn't want to squirt, so we're going to dip it. Okay, where's it? I need my wipes. This one definitely doesn't want to work. But like I said, the majority of the time, I don't even use the sprayer. Most times I use either a paintbrush or I will splatter. But I don't want it dripping either. That one's going to be a while before it dries. See if we can splatter some more on there. There. And this color was Strawberry Cream. All right, the next one is, they always have their the name on the side here. So this one is Sunlight. And if you hear my husband, he's downstairs watching football. So hopefully we can keep this a G-rated video. Doesn't always stay G-rated when he's watching football. Okay, this nozzle's working. And this just has kind of a goldy, kind of a light yellow. It's kind of cool. So that's Sunlight. I don't know if you can see it. Very faint. All right, the next one, this is called Blue Jean. Now these don't have the ball on the inside like the Heidi Swap stuff. So you just kind of watch the bottom and make sure there's nothing sticking to the bottom, and then it appears that all the pigment has shaken up. So that's Blue Jean. The next one is another blue. This one's called Blue Raspberry. And I'm running out of room, so I might only be able to, I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more that I can swatch. And then what I'll do is the rest off camera, and then I'll just show you what they look like when they're in the book, when it's all done. And I just use the cheap, you know, office page protectors, you know, the 8.5 by 11 you get at the, you can get them at Dollar Tree or the big box stores. So again, this one is Blue Raspberry. It's kind of a cool color. And I think I got just enough room for the last 4 on my mat here. All right, the next one is called Money Bags. Well, I need a lot of that. So it's kind of a green. All right. So that's Money Bags. It's kind of a lighter green. And the next one is kind of a limey green. This one is called Moss. And again, I'm just trying to get all the pigment off the bottom. Once I see that all the pigment is gone, then I'm pretty much know it's mixed. A couple of these have been sitting for a little while, so they're taking a little bit more effort to get the color off the bottom. But now it's off. Okay, so this again is Moss. And the next one is called Tin Can. It's more of like a silvery tin color. And the last one I'm going to do is Carrot Orange. It's a nice orange. All right, so that is all that will fit right now on my mat here on the side. So I'm going to stop there. I've used up all the ones that I punched out. I'm going to let these dry, label them, get them in my book, and then I've got 3 more of the Shimmerz to put together, or not the 3 more of the Glimmer Mist, and then I have all my Shimmerz to swatch. But when I'm all done, like I said, I'll come back and I'll kind of do a flip through of my sample book and show you what they look like in the book. And again, this is just something that I use. It sits next to my desk so that when I'm thinking about what I want to pull out, I don't have to pull out the trays or try and, you know, hunt to see if I have a color. Here I can just go in and go right to the book and know exactly what I own, and can see what it's going to look like on the paper itself. So I want to thank you guys. I'll be back in a short time and we'll wrap it up. So off camera, I went ahead and I finished swatching everything and moved a few things around. So now when I go to look at my inks and sprays, this is what I see so far. So I have my smooches. I go into my Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. And then let me make sure you guys are straight here. I do have the Heidi Swap here and a few of the Heidi Swap up here. And then Glimmer Mist, because some of them were already on, so I had to kind of go. And it doesn't matter, because basically I won't be going in to look for a product type. I'm basically going in to look for a color. So when I go in, I'll be able to look and say, oh, that I like that red, or, you know, I prefer that red. So anyway, if you wanted, you could rainbow color and be a little bit more tricky. I just wanted it sampled so that I can go in and just quickly flip through these couple pages and find the color that works for what I'm making. So yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of, you know, 8.5 by 11 of swatches. So I'm pretty happy that now I can use my book and actually see what I've got. So if you have any questions, leave them in the box or the comments below, and thanks for watching me organize. Have a great day.